Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more EU4 as the Norway peoples. So, unfortunately, our enemy in this war, it's not actually our war, but Poland declared war on the Teutonic Order. They called in their ally Denmark. Denmark called in everyone else. You know, Lithuania got involved because they're a subject nation of Poland, and then Norway, Sweden, we got involved because we have to be. So we are actually at war with the Teutonic Order, the Livonian Order, and Novgorod, as well as Mecklenburg. So all the people that I wanted to help me, basically we're at war with now. So we're going to do the absolute least amount possible to actually help them. We're going to go in here and we're going to try to fight Mecklenburg's army, or navy. I do want to get a little bit of prestige if possible. So we got low maintenance. I don't think anyone's going to come all the way up to our land, and we're certainly not going to go and siege anything with our troops. But I do want to try to get that navy, if possible. And really, I guess no. I guess we don't even try. We just protect trade in Lubeck like normal. And we do start our next temple. And then now we're going to call it good for temples for a bit. But you know, I guess if Poland gets beat up a bit, then that'd be kind of good. Denmark hasn't picked up any new enemies since the last video. There's a huge death stack right now, going over to fight Novgorod. You know, maybe, if we get lucky, and Denmark and Poland and all of our people get very, very weak. Sweden's army, though, is terrifying. And if we declare independence on Denmark, then Sweden's going to come siege us and beat the crap out of us. But this is Sweden's navy getting killed by the Livonian Order in Novgorod. And we're probably going to see quite a few of these ships sink. It's hard to say. Oh, there's the reinforcements from what looks like Denmark. Basically, if everyone else fights and we don't, that's good. We have national decisions available. We can formalize scales, weights, and measures. Permanent plus 5% national tax modifier for 50 admin points. Basically, we're trading money, trading admin points for money. And I guess the sooner you get that, the more effective it is over the course of the entire game. But at the same time, what do we need more right now, money or tech? I'd kind of rather spend the... I mean, I'd rather get the production efficiency plus 10% a little bit earlier. I don't know. I'm going to hold off on doing it. God, I'd love to get that 50 prestige, though. I'm actually really kind of tempted to go and do a couple little battles just to get the prestige up. That's the other thing. If we ever end up having more prestige than Denmark and somehow have a negative opinion of them, wasn't there? I thought I saw a thing like to potentially end the relationship. Chance of inheriting... Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Denmark having positive prestige. Norway's opinion of Denmark is positive. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to make myself hate them as much as I'd like to. But still, having more prestige is good. We should have more prestige. I want to get up to 3 stability. But I don't really... No, we're just not going to do anything. We have 2 spare diplomats. Let's go improve relations with Denmark's enemies again. Cap you out. And I guess we'll cap out the Hansa again. So let's test this thing out, see if this works. Hey! So I don't want to know about that. Then you can click that little button. Now it doesn't bother us anymore. Let's leave it off for now. I really don't feel like 5% tax. We're talking about literally. We're talking about 5% of 26. 10% of 26 would be 2.6. 5% is 1.3. 1.3 gold per year for 50 admin points. Let's just maintain him there for now. Although I've done a good job and we're actually kind of ahead of time on this, so... we just had a battle, and because of our naval tradition, or naval idea, we got double prestige from the battle. So we got 8.4 prestige from that, and a whole bunch of naval tradition. And we just killed the Teutonic Order's fleet. 2 ships got us 8 prestige. Gosh, wow. We don't want to fight this one. Unfortunately, they're coming for us. Or are they? Now he's going to the Western Baltic Sea. We gotta get the hell out of here. I mean, I'm glad that we gained that prestige. But, oh, that's interesting. I feel like this is a bug, in my opinion. So when you have an army selected, right? Tooltip shows you leader 1402, or sorry, 1400. When you look at the Navy, though, we have an admiral in charge, but it doesn't give us the tooltip for the admiral. And the admiral is a 3-4. It's very significant. And they have an admiral. So it's like they did it for the military land units, but they didn't do it for the navies. Let's actually go after Novgorod's. I know Novgorod's like who I want to be allies with, but please don't tell me they're going to come all the way down and join the battle. And why are they blue? Why does it make them look like we're friends? So my guy, Bjorn Bolt, is his name actually Seaman? Oh my gosh. His name is Seaman Spashki. Seaman Spashki. That's crazy. Well, hopefully we don't lose any boats, because they're very expensive. But we have a commanding advantage. 10 prestige for that. Up to 45 now. We gained another 5 Navy tradition, which is excellent. Killed all their ships, didn't lose any of our own. How are we doing on our hull strength? Quite good. We actually came out of that very well. Unfortunately, that was one of our potential allies. We keep protecting trade in Lubeck. Check our force limits again. Looks like we did pick up 1 force limit for Navy, and that must be because probably our first 2 buildings finished. Yeah, we're at 27. So I'm almost positive I'm right. It's take your force limit divided by 2, assuming that they're naval, they're coastal. We got 1 more that's on its way. When that one's done, I think our naval force limit will go up again. We're just going to build 1 more light ship. We want to avoid that fleet, though. Or actually, maybe we want to join in on the battle when Denmark takes the battle. Our next-door neighbor Sweden's getting beaten up a bit. The Teutonic Order here has 8 galleys. I wouldn't mind fighting them here. Let's take them off protecting trade for the moment and just keep them in port. I want to avoid combat with them. They're blockading Denmark. But this is inland sea, so... Okay, I know I probably do this all the time, but let's take a look at the comparison between heavy ships and galleys again, and see if our 3 with a good commander are good enough to offset his 8 galleys. So, a Carrack is hull size 20, okay, and has 40 cannons. A galley is hull size 8, and it's got double damage versus anything that's not a galley. So 8 and 24. So 40 divided by 24 is what? 1.5 plus another... I should just grab a calculator, shouldn't I? 1.75. So we'll have 1.75 times as many cannons and 2.5 times as much hull strength, but we're very slow. So they're still way better. And when you consider the hull, I'd say a heavy ship is still probably worth at least 2 galleys. I'd still prefer to take the battle out here, though. If he comes out, we'll do it. We're just so close to having 50 prestige. I mean, we could totally get that mission done. Get up to level 3 stability. Gosh, that'd be sick. Just crazy sick. Muscovy just declared war on Novgorod. Awesome, dude. Huge battle happening here. And our fearsome leaders, Poland and Denmark, are winning. So the war is not likely to last much longer. We're missing out on some trade income while we're not protecting trade. Maybe we have to take that fight. Naval force limit still at 15. Back up to speed 4 while we wait for that to complete. Oh, fleet's moving around. Okay, it's 94%. Let's go pay attention to the fleet for a second. The Hansa is going... Oh, they're splitting up. The Hansa's going to Kattegat. Is the Hansa an enemy of ours? No, they're not an enemy. That's just another fleet there. Okay, the Teutonic Order is going to the southern Baltic Sea, so they are leaving that sea zone. Maintain that diplomat as well. Oh, there's a flight. Yeah, we want to get involved in that. As much as I hate to risk the idea that we could lose some ships, this will definitely put us up to 50 prestige if we win. And our commander's pretty awesome, so... Bjorn Bolt! I like how there's no, like... Country leaders cannot lead. Oh, we're actually 2 out of 1, aren't we? I thought that, for some reason, I thought that was a regular guy. We're gonna just hold on to him, though. He's really good. We need him. But anyway, you can't have leaders in naval combat, so it's always the best admiral that just takes over, which I think is awesome. Hopefully none of our ships go down. We gained another 5 Navy tradition, only 5 prestige. Surprising. Actually, it looks like we gained 10, everyone else gained 5. But lost 1. I don't know if we actually lost any of them. Probably not. Nope, we still have our 14 ships, so looks like we're safe. Let's head home. There's our mission done. Wonderful news. Up to 3 stability without paying a penny for it. Next ambition could gain the accumulate money, protect against Poland, gain some army tradition if we got 11 military regiments. Our force limit's up to 10, so it's really not that big of a stretch to go up to 12. Of course, Poland might... and most likely will have much more than that in the near future. Solidify papal relations, gain a little bit of prestige if we can get the papacy to like us. That's just a matter of sending a diplomat there for a little while. On the other hand, accumulate money is also quite good. But we're going to be spending money on new ships, so let's do solidify papal relations. We'll recall our guy from Scotland, since Scotland's still rivaling us, and as soon as possible... Or actually, they're not rivaling us. They're just hostile because they've got a claim. Let's immediately start our next light ship. Because as soon as that did finish, I was right, and our naval force limit went up to 16. And it also raised, that's what raised our land force limit, is going up to that equal divisor base tax by 4. The Teutonic Revolutionaries. You have not yet discovered rebels. It's just funny the way they say that. Another little minor bug, I think. Let's improve relations with the papacy. Yes. We want to be your friend, Pope. Kind of. And still low maintenance. Not going to take it any lower than that. Look at that income. That income's actually quite good. Getting quite a bit from trade. I think it's just the difference of actually getting our guy there again. And probably because other people have fewer ships patrolling right now because we blew them all up. Denmark still has us beaten slightly. And the Hansa as well. Austria's declared war on Augsburg. Lose stability or lose ducats. Well, easy come, easy go. Not going to give up 50 ducats. What I really care about the most is, like, how has Denmark's navy fared? They have 17 ships. There's actually quite a few, but we're the only one that has, like, any heavy ships up at this area. And then as far as their land force, Denmark only has 8,000. I think our opportunity is going to come when we get our next diplomatic idea, bump up our naval force limit by 50%, which is going to take us up to 24, and we get a huge navy, and then we blockade Denmark and just don't let them out and don't let their army. We wait for a strategic point where, say, half their army is in Szechuan, and we just blockade this province, this sea zone here. And then we have to probably hire a ton of mercenaries to fight Sweden. It is a defensive war, technically, even though we're the aggressor. And so we just park our army in the mountains and just wait for Sweden to come. And hope that no one else really feels like paying attention to us. I feel like war exhaustion builds up a lot quicker now than it used to. We're like one of the only ones with no war exhaustion. We're doing fine. Making 4 gold a month. Mecklenburg has a fleet. I'd love to kill that fleet as well. Look at how much higher our naval tradition got. Up to 30, man. That's pretty good. More morale. Helps out with trade steering, which doesn't really affect us that much. I mean, it just applies a modifier on our trade power in this direction. You can see it right here. Norway plus 30.8%. So because we've got that trade naval tradition, we've got a good modifier on our trade power, and most of our trade power just comes from provinces. So we just do a good job of forcing trade in that direction. And this 33.7 it's again, I feel like this tooltip could be more clear. The 33.7 is our actual trade power in the node, but then because it's being applied to your trade power, unless you hover over this right there, and you look where it says 44.2 is the actual trade power being applied. Does that make any sense? Like, it's actually more than what's listed. I feel like if you're steering trade, I think it would make more sense if it also added in the trade steering modifier on this screen, so that you could see that it's not 33.7, it's actually 40 something. But that's just me, being pedantic, I guess. Now, for those of you who might already be thinking, well, why don't you declare war on Denmark right now? It's a perfect opportunity. Keep in mind, you cannot declare war on a country you are fighting in a war with. We cannot declare war while Denmark has us in another war. It's just not possible. So it's not like we can wait for Denmark to be fighting Sweden and then just say, oh, well, let's just piggyback our war on their war. It doesn't really work like that. Unless, out of curiosity, can we get you to support our independence? No. Multiple countries, I feel, should totally be able to support each other's independence. Seems perfectly reasonable to me. Well, clearly, this war is gonna end poorly for the Teutonic Order. But we came out ahead. We gained some prestige. We bumped up our stuff, and we're doing okay. Papal State is at 70. Well, I feel like this would be a good spot for the tooltip to say the current opinion on. But then again, I could just go here and look at it, I guess. Okay, well, I think this is a good enough spot to take a break. From here, I think we continue to stockpile money for when we get another 100 points and we can take on that next idea, because we're going to want to build another 8 ships like right away and become a dominant trade power. So we need money for those new ships. And then let's also just quickly make sure that these ships are paying for themselves. So from trade, we're making 2.45. If we weren't protecting trade. We just stop doing that for a second, and then we can look at the projected trade income after a day ticks. It goes down to 0.7. So we make 1.7 gold by having 10 ships protect trade. And each one of these ships, we can hover over them here, cost 0.7 ducats. So they cost 0.7 ducats to maintain, and they earn us 1.7 gold. So they're definitely paying for themselves, even at full maintenance. So we should definitely just build another 8 and protect trade. Anyway, that answers my question. Let's protect trade in Lübeck. We can build upgrades. I would like to build more temples, but before we do that, I think we're going to stockpile money for the next round of ships. So I'm going to take a break here, though. Thank you for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you again soon.